Please subscribe to Bear Nerd Fun. Smash the like button. Goodbye.
Hail to all. We do not need. Hail to all. Now come on, Hollywood. Stop smelling your own farts. You might get mistaken for...
Spoiler warning, spoiler warning, spoiler warning, spoiler warning.
Okay.
Remember
So,
when you go...
Batman is a serial killer movie. That's what the Riddler is. He's a serial killer. Insane. So far, I'm liking it. So far. Okay. I'm 16 minutes in. The movie starts like a scene out of my childhood in Bad City Crime. It looks like New York City back in the 70s. And it looked like some scenes out of where I grew up at in Gary, Indiana, where you see a lot of crime and stuff like that. And it's looking real familiar in that way. I think it's being painted basically as a dystopian reflection of our current world. The artistry and the making of this movie. So far, I feel like I'm watching a crime thriller. Just happens to have Batman in it. So, that's the first 16 minutes. Well, it's Halloween in this here movie, The Batman. And Commissioner Gordon, played by a black guy I've seen many times. Great actor. Got a fierceness about him. And the persona of Gordon, he's carrying it off. It's good. Sure, they race switched him, but this version of Gordon's pretty good. And what I think they're going for in this movie, I think they're looking to reflect some of the politics and the current events and the not violent protests that was happening and stuff like that. And so this movie, I'm getting the feeling, is a reflection of society right now. 17 minutes in. Yeah, at the 2-minute mark, they're entering in, dystopian music playing, and a sad number, a sad female voice singing. It's very opera-esque, and it shows a rich family's window, and it's just showing some of the what appears to be a murder happening, and it's not really a murder. It's just a kid in his costume with a collapsing sword that plays a trick on his dad, and his dad plays along, and they're showing this imagery as they go along. So, 3 minutes in. Obviously, there's a mayoral race. They're running for mayor. There's a black lady, and there's a white guy. Black lady's talking about the vigilante, and we're assuming that she's speaking about Batman. And this gentleman, they're having a debate, and it seems very, it's political. They're running for office in this movie, but the way they act and the way they behaved, you could find some of this maybe on the news currently, the way they're talking and acting. And I don't think it adds much to the scene of the movie and all that. I think it detracts from it. But coming up, they're painting this guy's obviously he's being painted as a bad guy or someone with less ethics than others. Now, the Riddler in this doesn't look like any Riddler that I've seen in comics. Although there could be. I haven't read the early 60s comics of Batman. I've read, the 70s Batman and stuff like that from when I was a kid. And the movies and cartoons. And this Riddler looks like a fucking psychopath. Yeah, psychopath. Crazy. So far, this movie is feeling like a crime movie. Of course, it's a crime-fighting superhero, vigilante, but you could remove Batman completely from this movie, and it would be a murder mystery movie. Well, train car. Looks to be like the painted face, clown face gang before, the Joker took over them or something. Looks like these characters doing the you've seen in the news where you got gang members in inner city going just knocking out people. Well, they're doing this. Why they would glorify that and put that in a movie? Why they would do that, I don't understand that. I don't like that. Something that's actually happened, they're re-portraying. I don't know if I like that or not. But this is the characters basically, and they and in the gang, they're both white and black, and they got their faces painted white with the black makeup. Very black and white clown-like, So, and that was 7 minutes in. Fear the Batman. The Batman puts the fear into criminals. Yeah. Guy wearing a melon robs a store, gets scared by the bat signal in the sky, and it's showing all these criminals trying to get out of the shadows as fast as possible because they're scared of the shadows. When in actuality, sometimes Batman's not always in the shadows. He's right behind you. Well, after that helicopter scene and showing the criminals kind of trying to get out of the shadows, they show the bank. Back away from the bank, and the bank says broke. Basically putting their spray can broke, tagging that bank as broke. They saying something there? A lot of times they use movies to say things and get certain ideas across. We know they do this. Food for thought. Well, 12 minutes in, remember I was talking about the clown gang? Well, we'll just nickname them the Knockout Clown Gang because they were on that train. Remember that I was talking about stuff I didn't really care for? This is one of those scenes where Batman saves the Asian dude trying to initiate one of the young black kids in their gang. And keep in mind, there's both white guys and black guys and whatever in this gang. Their faces are painted white and black, clown-like face paint. And I don't know, as much as Asian folks being targeted for harassment and hate and all that stuff, I don't know, I think it was pretty ballsy to put this scene in there. But Batman saves the Asian dude. He doesn't get no beat down, and that was enter for Batman. And gotta say that he looks tough. Batsuit looks all right. Boots are basically waterproof, kick-ass steel-toe boots. Maybe combat boots. Who knows? I don't know if combat boots got steel-toe or not. I don't know. But that's that scene that I was talking about. Well, the scene where Batman comes into the crime scene and that patrolman stopping him from going to the crime scene when Gordon obviously is bringing him with. He says this is a police action. Whoa, whoa, whoa. I think the correct term is crime scene. Police action is a different thing. Police action is when you take over and it's a dictatorship. That's what a police action is. In my experience, that's what a police action means to me. That means they're coming in, they're taking control, and they're taking over. Sound familiar? Yeah. They really show this Batman to be a little bit of a scientist, investigator, and they're showing the tech that he uses and his smarts, and that's the Batman that I know. It's interesting. It's not bad. I'll reserve judgment though till the end. Well, so far what I've been watching with this movie, I went and watched a spot where I fell asleep at, and it was just before the funeral started, and I nodded off right about there. Maybe 5-10 minutes. Who knows? So, this movie is a mixed bag. There's a lot of messages being sent in this movie. It really is a mixed bag. To me, it kind of, I don't know, kind of like a mirror for everything that's been going on, and it's kind of like is a metaphor, a metaphoric drawing maybe of what reality is happening right now. It's kind of, I don't know, it's weird. There's some things going on inside this movie that are kind of going on out here in some ways. Similar. Some similarities. And I'm not saying exactly the same, but very similar. And it seems like a serial killer movie with Batman in it. And the serial killer is, well, in this case, the Riddler is the serial killer. Yeah. Popcorn movie. Serial killer movie. Crime movie. Crime buffs will like it. It's not bad. It's alright. If I were to give it a score, let's say out of 5 stars, well, let's go with 10 stars. Out of 10 stars, I give it a 7. Romance between Miss Kitty and Batman. It was subtle, but it was there. There's some romance going on there, some real feeling. It's always nice to have real feeling in a movie where you can see these actors are portraying what the written word is, and it's really good in the storyline. Good story, nice and thick. There's some feels in it. So yeah. I waited till it came on HBO Max. That's how I watched it. So, is it worth a watch? Yeah. Well, see you later. Well, at some point, I fell asleep on this movie. Does that mean it's a bad movie? No, it's your basic. It's a serial killer thriller. Is really what it is. It's not bad, but there was a part where I fell asleep, so that might be a demerit for it. Maybe. Yeah. So we'll see. I got another 30 minutes or so to go. All right.
Goodbye.
Say hello.
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 Say hello.
Hello.
Say nerd fun. Nerd fun. Nerd fun. Say goodbye. Goodbye.